Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for the perfect grace, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that's here for each of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity to have faith in ourselves, to have faith in the angels, to have faith in other people, to have faith that the highest good is present, the highest good does exist, and we allow right now for ourselves to take claim on peace in the United States, for there to be a future with no weapons, and for there to be a present right now, including right now today, with no weapons. And we allow right now for the terror that is changing people's brains to cease. We allow right now for people to think logically and orderly and with kindness and compassion. We recognize, as Ram Dass says, we're all God in drag, and we allow ourselves to recognize each other, and for that to be simple and easy and peaceful. And within this recognition, we welcome the highest possible good into our lives right at this second, right at this moment. So we'll just take in a breath. If we could notice Saint Germain, well-dressed, dashing figure, if we could notice Saint Germain here right now, and him perhaps on one side of you, perhaps the left, him draping his purple cloak over your body. Not so much like whacking you in the head with it, but it gracefully flying over your crown chakra, perhaps glancing off of your shoulder. If we could just feel this repetitive gesture of him just putting his cloak over you, if we could notice perhaps that being a refreshing act, perhaps that being a healing act, perhaps that being a friendly act, and perhaps it also being fun. So if we could just breathe in to all those different things happening, and this Ascended Master taking action on your behalf right now. And if we could notice him taking off his cloak and putting it on you, perhaps we could feel the weight of that, the exquisite fabric, and the energy of that. If we could just breathe in, if we could feel the relationship that you have with that cloak. So if we could let the Saint Germain part go with his non-attachment, but to feel the relationship between you and this cloak. If we could feel the detailed care that comes forward, detailed into specific systems, specific cells, specific parts of the brain. If we could feel comfort being infused from this cloak into your nervous system. If we could feel that immediate experience of yours being duplicated into all souls on the planet right now. And coming back right here, if we could feel anything that isn't in resonance with this cloak, perhaps some pain of the past that might feel old and crusty, letting that fall away, letting that be cleaned away. Feeling anything that requires healing. But most specifically, if we could feel the healing happening right now, active healing into everything that creates faith, your experience, your sense of peace right now, your ability to explore, your willingness to explore, and the faith to explore. So letting anything that might create a hesitancy, a pause before exploring, let's let this cloak heal that. As we recognize there's nothing to rush toward, there's no hurry. And also recognizing the joyful pace in which we move forward. So if we could breathe in and allow yourself in this moment to live at your own pace. To make your pace personalized. And what is being pointed out as a generalized pace is, in America, we do it this way. In France, we do it this way. We could notice what it's like for you to have your own pace, that feels good to you, and let the things around you, the things in your life, happen in such a way that make that choice of pace very viable, very alive, and very fruitful for you. So we'll just breathe into all those different things. Wonderful. If we could just breathe in. And if we could notice with the loving, perhaps comforting weight of that cloak, if we could notice what the cloak does, what it communicates to you. And we'll just breathe that in. And if we could notice that this cloak asks nothing of you, but provides, if we can notice that dynamic being very comfortable. And if we could take a moment, indeed, whether you feel it, see it, hear it, or know it, to feel once again the fabric of this cloak. And feeling what it is to be taken care of in this moment. Wonderful. We'll just breathe in. And if we could notice you being right where you are wearing that cloak, but if we could let there be a bilocation and perhaps with the energy of a movie, let's envision you walking the earth, walking on this planet, wearing that cloak, and perhaps feeling connected, perhaps feeling in the most positive way seen, perhaps feeling invulnerable, perhaps feeling shielded, perhaps feeling in tune, perhaps feeling very grounded, perhaps letting your senses work well without it taxing you, perhaps noticing what it's like to maintain your own energy while walking the earth and encountering other people, other environments, having loving and lovely encounters. So if we could just breathe into all that. And if we could feel the autonomy that is here, along with, side by side, with feeling deeply connected to all things, to all birds, all plants, the atmosphere, the air, all people, all animals. Great. We'll just take in a breath. Let's notice what it's like. Hang on just a second. The angels are saying the word you, meaning you. So let's notice the angels saying that word to you, you. Let's notice what it means to you to have them point you out, to have them address you. And if we could just breathe in and feel what it's like to indeed have the angel's attention, to have them emphasize you, and everything in your life, every aspect of your life, all that you bring, all that you pray for, all that you hope for, all that is. And we'll just lovingly breathe in. And with the security of this cloak in place, perhaps even snuggling up inside of it even more, if we could feel all the choices that are here for you, all the choices that are here for you, if we could just breathe in, and if we could say out loud, I choose perfect health. I choose perfect freedom. I choose perfect vitality. I choose to have perfect faith. I choose to forgive the past. I choose to forgive myself. I choose to forgive others. I choose to forgive. I acknowledge caution, yet I boldly choose to love. Wonderful. If we could just take in a breath. Wonderful. Let's notice the word cautious. Let's just notice that word. And if you could notice your relationship with that word while wearing this dynamic protective cloak. And if we could notice the perhaps stark difference between being reckless and being cautious. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe in. And we said a whole series of things that we are choosing. Let's switch to I have. So if we could just take in a breath and let's say out loud, I have perfect clarity. I have great faith. I have knowledge. I have healed. I have forgiven. I have studied and trained. I have confidence. Wonderful. We'll breathe in, which is a song from the Sound of Music. We could just breathe in. Let's notice what's different. So notice in our work today, the primary relationship and focus is you and the cloak. If we can notice wearing the cloak right where you are and feeling the presence of Saint Germain, of the angels that you know by name, feeling, sensing, appreciating the presence of goddesses, Lady Portia, Lady Nada, works with silence. So just breathe it and notice that gang with you right where you are. If you could notice in a flash, like in a movie montage, but in a flash, them cleaning and cleansing the physical space that you occupy right now. The walls, the ceiling, the floor, the furniture, you, the energy of everything. Everything being instantly in a flash, cleansed and cleared. Let's let them do that to the rest of the structure that you're in, including spaces that are quote unquote not yours. Everything getting clean and cleared. Hallways, doorways, driveways. And let's feel the choices that are here to curate your own life, to choose and attract positive experiences, to choose radiant health, to allow wonderful, crystal clear intuition, to allow this wonderful connection with guides and angels, to feel the planet that we're heading toward and building, where everyone is honored, where the recklessness of fear does not dominate, but the choice for peace reverberates. So we'll just breathe into all that. And if we could notice Lady Portia, who works with opening and closing doors, if we could notice her reaching out to you and touching your skin, perhaps on your hand or your wrist. And if we could notice what she communicates, what she transmits to you with her touch, we could just breathe into that. And if we could feel the intimacy of your connection with her. The intimacy in this moment. And if we could notice Lady Nada comforting you, and with the comfort that she administers to you in this moment, let's feel the duplication trillions of times over, and her comforting all beings, all animals, all people, including people who might have encountered loss recently, people who are angry, people who are fed up, people who feel neglected. Instead of comfort coming to all beings, including you, and including any of those dynamics. And if we could notice Lady Nada bringing comfort to the idea of like, when is this going to end? Be that the specter of the past, be that fear, be that a virus, be that fear mongering, be that freedom or the lack of freedom. If we could just breathe in and hand over all those things, all those dynamics, all that weight to Lady Nada. If we could just breathe in and let's say a few things out loud. We'll say I am statements out loud. Let's say out loud, I am free. I am perfectly healthy. I am always safe. I am deeply connected. I am loved. I am creative. I am seen and heard. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe in. We'll just breathe in. And if we could feel with the same delicacy of how Lady Portia touched your wrist or your hand, let's feel Saint Germain, Lady Nada, Lady Portia touching you with care. Let's notice the cloak you're wearing, originally worn by Saint Germain, fully becoming yours, with the richness, the lovely weight of the fabric, the sense of elegance of wearing something exquisite, and also the sense of invulnerability in having that garment on. So if we could just breathe in. And if we could feel these guides having a wonderfully lovely focus on you, them being endlessly patient with you, they don't get impatient. So if we could breathe in, just notice the energy of patience being in the room with you right now, which we could breathe in. And indeed, feeling all this goodness being present right now. So we'll just breathe in. And we'll notice the angels, Michael, Ariel, the angels you know by name. And we'll notice everyone being still, everyone being focused, and everything being possible, including your happiness, including peace in the United States, peace on the planet, people everywhere being able to move and go about their day with safety, autonomy, and peace of mind and community. And we celebrate this love right now. We celebrate this opportunity right now to exist in peace and to choose it, to claim it, and to allow it. And we celebrate the angels going to anyone on the planet who is feeling fear or intending to act with fear, and to interrupt that and to infuse a shift, a nudge to acting with love, acting for love, and feeling love for everyone. And with wonderful generosity and peace, we thank the presence of Mother, Father, God, and all the archangels and ascended masters. We thank as well the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this moment right now. And in this moment right now, we celebrate peace, we celebrate love, we celebrate faith, as we know that everything truly is in perfect and divine order. And we're so grateful in this moment for Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, all the angels, and Saint Germain, Lady Portia, and Lady Nada. And with generosity, peace, ease, and love, we quite simply and lovingly ask for this or something better right now. We also thank the cloak. We ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time, and so it is.